The first stroke. Victor stood beneath a flickering street lamp in the forgotten corner of a city park, where silence pressed down heavier than the cold. The world moved around him. Cars, conversations, distant laughter, but here time felt suspended. Across from him sat a young woman sketching beneath a gnarled tree. Her name, he would soon learn, was Emily. Victor watched her work in absorbed solitude, charcoal staining her fingers as she captured the twisted branches with tender precision. Her coat was too thin, her boots too worn, yet her eyes burned with hunger, not for food, but for meaning, beauty, truth. It was a hunger Victor recognized too well. He had spent years chasing that same elusive spark through art and academia, through failed canvases and lifeless sculptures. His search for beauty had become a descent into frustration. Every creation felt hollow, every attempt to imitate life futile. Until he discovered a new path, not to depict life but to shape it. Tonight was not a whim, it was the culmination of that discovery. Victor approached slowly, his presence announced by the crunch of gravel. Emily looked up, startled but relaxed when he spoke with soft civility. They exchanged small talk that unfolded into a deeper conversation about art, the city, and the search for meaning. He admired her sketch, a haunting depiction of the tree, its limbs frozen in a desperate reach, and praised it sincerely. For a moment there was connection, two artists adrift in the same void. Then with unsettling calm, Victor reached into his coat. A glint of metal, a brief efficient motion, silence again, deeper this time. The charcoal stick fell from Emily's hand, rolling across the pavement. She never screamed. When it was done, Victor sat beside her. There was no bloodlust in him, no guilt, only a profound stillness. The park seemed to acknowledge the act as if reality itself paused to watch. He realized that the true art was not the killing, but the moment after, the silence that followed, the clarity. He called it the first stroke. Victor walked away unseen through the sleeping city. For the first time, invisibility felt like transcendence, not rejection. Back in his bare apartment, he opened a journal and began to record. Emily, charcoal tree, silence. The moment after is the true canvas. The next morning, the world continued untouched. Over coffee, Victor read a small article buried in the paper. Young artist found dead in park. No photo, no outrage. Just a forgotten footnote. Emily was already fading from the city's memory, but not from his. That evening, he returned to the park. Yellow tape marked the scene, but the twisted tree remained stoic and silent. He stood beneath its branches, whispering her name, not in remorse, but in reverence. As he turned to leave, he noticed a torn scrap of her sketchpad smeared with charcoal, a fragment of the tree she had been drawing. He pocketed it like a relic and took it home. Pinning it to the blank wall above his desk, he stared at it until the shadows seemed to move. It was his first piece. The beginning of a gallery not built from paint and canvas, but from memory and death. In that quiet room, Victor finally felt like an artist.